A very warm welcome to the second and the last day of Billion Dreams 2023, the Return to India hiring event and conference for NRIs. Thank you for joining us today. It's with great privilege that I introduce Dr. S.K. Varshney, eminent advisor and scientist at the Department of Science and Technology, Government of India. He's a dedicated science promoter, facilitator, and communicator who has made significant contributions to the field of geoscience, and international scientific cooperation. Dr. Varshney has also worked as a researcher in geoscience at the University of Delhi, faculty at Kurukshetra University, and counselor science and technology at the Embassy of India, Moscow. Today, he has joined us to share his profound insight on From Bharat to the World, Bridging Borders Through Science and Technology. Let's welcome Dr. S.K. Varshney, a man who has brought the world closer to the
Namaskar to
power of
everyone.
science. Over to you, sir.
Namaskar to everyone. It's a pleasure being talking to our colleagues from our diaspora and through this platform. And it's a pleasure. Bharat, as we all know, is looking forward. We are aiming to achieve newer height. Chandrayaan is just one of the recent examples. If you see how we are progressing, how we are adopting newer sciences from quantum, artificial intelligence, cybersecurity, it all started with supercomputing. And then we are equally focused on climate change studies, focused on cleaner fuels, going for electric mobility. So Bharat is developing and we are adopting latest technologies to meet our requirements to solve the challenges faced by our society, and we are looking forward for international cooperation in this regard. One more thing I would like to say that gone is the time when people in many parts of the country were talking about brain drain, where best of Indian minds were going abroad for a variety of reasons, including higher studies and better jobs. Now time has come when government is working how we can convert this brain drain into brain gain through brain circulations. And there are number of schemes at various levels to uh, encourage Indian diaspora. In particular, I can talk about STEM to connect with Indian institutions, academic and scientific, and so that diaspora could contribute to the national development, bring in newer ideas, and take up projects which are not thought of by Indian faculty. With those words, welcome to you all. Thank you. Okay, so I think I'm getting the questions here. So India is known for progress in information technology. How high? There was a time when India was denied supercomputer. It was used to be CREX supercomputer, which India was looking for its meteorological services. But we were denied because it was thought it could be of dual use. And then India took a mission on itself to develop a supercomputer of its own. And Param came. Param connected us, not only provided India supercomputer and helped in our several programs, including meteorology, but also it gave India a kind of image building. And we could send Param supercomputer in several parts of the world. In fact, we started using Param as a part of soft diplomacy. Today, when we see our people making good rides in Silicon Valley, we are equally good in cities like Hyderabad, Bangalore, Chennai, and even some are in north and east, making good jump in several sectors of IT. India launched phased wise several programs, first starting with national supercomputing missions, where we encouraged researchers to work on supercomputer development and then its uses. Thereafter, we put emphasis on cyber physical system, giving lot of boost to artificial intelligence, machine learning, deep learning, cyber security, Internet of Things, and all those aspects. And recently, the government has launched national quantum missions, where focus is both on hardware and software. We are looking for human capacity building. We are looking for um, quantum communications. We are looking for those kind of things. Now, idea is how we are going to implement it. They are not going to remain purely a academic exercise. We are going to convert these centers from end-to-end solutions. So they need to collect problem at the grassroots, problem at the society, identify a challenge for itself, and offer it back to society through market. So we are asking these. We have created number of technology innovation hubs specific to one of the technology needs, and then we are expecting these hubs to be self-sustaining in terms of technology they are offering, the pricing and the services to the society. So we are using this model for cyber physical system, and also we are going to use it for quantum. Now, when the next question I'm seeing is identifying gaps in India's technology and science sector that can be filled by returning diaspora. It's a very important question. Uh, there are so many things which are coming up face to face, and newer technologies are emerging. But we should not forget what are our basic challenges. Our basic challenge remain very simple needs: food, water, energy, health, environment, and like that. Now, India is a country with the largest population in the world, and two processes are happening: urbanization and industrialization. And both are happening at the cost of agricultural land and agricultural human resource. So at one time where we are expecting more and more mouth to be fed, on the other hand, agricultural land and agricultural workforce is getting reduced. It means we need to improve a lot on our agricultural practices, improve a lot on increasing shelf life of the food, better transportations. Now, what kind of changes we are expecting in the agricultural field or agricultural practices? Currently, most of our farmers are using the flood model of irrigation. So, whatever time they could get water from the tube well or other sources, they would flood it. But in time to come, it is going to be that we need to know where the seeds have been planted, where water could be given, for which we would require sensors and geotagging. So, a lot of technology is going to play. Similarly, our post harvest losses from farm to the dining table is around 30%, which we need to reduce. Again, technology will play a role, how through irradiations, through cold storages, through cold chain transportation. How can we supply perishable to the remotest part at the so that those supply remain fresh and usable. Similarly, food life we are trying to increase. So there are a number of changes. Whereas energy is another our major problem. India is still energy deficient country. We are not having electricity in all part of the country 24 hours, and rather in some part especially in some of the rural part, we are not having still not having electricity. So we are looking for both kind of solutions, like village level solutions where we can create a special station only for a particular village. It may run either from solar energy or biofuels and those kind of things. We are also looking for combination of several energy. So currently India is using thermal energy, wind and solar energy, hydro energy, nuclear energy, and in time to come, emphasis would be on solar energy, wind energy, tidal energy. Also looking at hydrogen as a next source of fuel in time to come. And similarly, for the transportation sector, we are looking for electric mobility. Now, this is going to be a newer research, and that is where our diaspora could contribute. Similarly, in health sector, uh, India is home to five-star hospital. We are attracting lot of foreign scientists, lot of foreigners for treatment in India. But those hospitals are expensive for the local people, and we are looking for solutions how we could provide healthcare at affordable price to our people. So we are on one hand we are trying to reduce the cost of treatment, but more importantly cost of diagnostics and better diagnostics, which are portable diagnostics. For example, India is full of places which are remote, inaccessible, hilly, and people need to travel to the district headquarters for getting even the simplest test done. So what we are trying, so if we could provide them service at the doorstep, so a lot of mobile vans are there with the minimal infrastructure of pathology and X-ray or imaging systems, and we are trying to develop a lot of bioinformatics devices so that people could go for quick assessment of what tests needs to be done, and like that we are trying to improve. As far as medicines are concerned, we are putting a lot of emphasis on generic medicines, and cost of new medicines is a challenge because whatever new medicines are coming in the market, because a lot of research has gone into, so these are very expensive. India has started open source drug discovery program so that we could reduce the cost, and a lot of people could make better use of these things. Uh, there are challenges like environment. When we are talking about cleaner fuels, we are hoping our environment to conditions to improve. India is committed for net zero by 2070. But even our journey to 2070, which is nearly 47 years away from now, we need to consistently reduce. So there is a constant monitoring of carbon sequestration, carbon footprint, what we are creating through several exercises, and how they could be curtailed in time to come. And we are now looking for global best practices, and especially if people of Indian diaspora are used to any of those practices, how they could get associated. So we have started couple of programs. One program is called Vajra, another program is called Vaibhav. Now Vajra program is open for all nationalities, and we are not limiting it to diaspora only, but idea is best of the brain from any part of the world could come and work in India for a limited period, say about a month or two in a year, and we give them a commitment for 5 years. So each year they can come for 1 or 2 years, they can start new courses, they can start new program, they could start new diagnostics or any of the new element they could bring in to India. And we are planning that we can provide them some students from India at doctoral level. And these students, even after the professor has gone back to the parent institution, they remain connected with them. And if required, they could go to the parent institution, parent mentors Mentors Parent Institute and work over there also for some time. So this is how this program has been beamed in and quite attractive. On radium, we are paying. Besides travel, we are giving $10,000 a month plus accommodation. Second program which we have opened for Indian diaspora only, uh, which is limited in scope, but we are planning to extend. Right now, we are opening it for a period of 1 month to 2 months, uh, only for Indian diaspora, and we are BabHub, it is called, and we are inviting application twice in a year, ending in 31st January and 31st July. And idea is if we could connect them to Indian institutions, because each we are confident that our diaspora is connected to their roots, would like to improve condition of their home place, and would like to contribute. So why don't they connect with the local institutions? Uh, Sometime, if not local, then nearby institutions, and contribute. So we are opening these things in variety of area, including climate studies, quantum studies, um, artificial intelligence, cyber security, uh, earth sciences, natural disasters, sociology and management, biotechnology, agriculture, healthcare, uh, materials, smart material, functional materials. So several kind of opportunities we have created for bringing best of the brain to India and providing them connection with our students so that they could take it forward. So as far as our collaborative efforts are concerned with other countries, so India has signed agreement with nearly 80 countries of the world for bilateral scientific cooperation. I must say, all of them are not very active, but out of 80, nearly 44 are very, very active programs. And we are having project based collaborations with those countries. Besides bilateral program, India is partner to several multilateral programs. Now, multilateral program, they come in two ways. One program which comes that there is a political foundation and we develop scientific program on the top of it. These are something like BRICS, IPSA, Indian Ocean Rim Association, BIMSTEC, those kind of things. Second is when we gain partnership or membership of some organization like UNESCO, UN Committee on Science and Technology Policy, OECD Committee on Science and Technology Policy, STPAN, STS. There are several forums where India is partner. And then third is subject specific. For example, we are leading International Solar Alliance, Mission Innovations. We are member of International AIDS Vaccine Initiatives. So there are subject specific alliances or grouping which we have developed, and in time to come these would further nurture and give us more. So when we are working with our bilateral partner, multilateral partner, or making use of these facilities, what we are looking at is we have built in several kind of program. Of course they are focused on human capacity development, but simultaneously we are looking for generation of new knowledge, new applications, new technologies, new products, and we are going from scientific, academic scientific research to industrial research, from TRL level 1 to TRL level 7 or 8, and also asking these companies to convert their projects into BRL modes, business readiness level, so that we know how new products are market acceptable. As far as India's innovation approach is concerned, I must say that we are constantly improving our position in global innovation index. If you see the history of last 7 years, we have moved in from 81 position to 40 positions. So in last 7 years, we have jumped nearly 40 positions. Now, what we are looking at is how India could come in top 20. If we see our background, we today we are number 3 in terms of scientific publications as per NSF data, number 5 as per Scopus data. We are number 3 in terms of technology startups. In fact, we have created highest number of unicorns. And with this background, when we are going and collaborating with the world, we are working with all kind of countries, with developed countries, with developing countries, with least developing countries. And idea is we are doing our cooperation in three principal mode. One, what we call is technology synergy, where both sides comes put their investment. These investment are not only financial but intellectual also. Whatever comes out, both reap together. It could be academic papers, it could be patents, and what. So whatever comes out, both sides. So both have equal right. Second part, what we are calling is technology diplomacy, and this is what we are working with countries in Africa, in Asia, trying to help them, trying to build them. So we are what we are trying to do is whatever we have learned from our own experience, we are trying to share it with them, improving their course curriculum, improving their scientific infrastructure, helping them, accepting their students from those institutions to come and work in India for whatever time they want. Even sending our faculty over there, twinning of institutions, encouraging institute to open up remote centers in those regions. And we have offering them very, very special fellowships. We are teaching them mantra of technology-based entrepreneurships. I think we are running out of time, so I'm not sure how to go ahead.
Yes, Doctor. I mean, in fact, very, very insightful. There's loads of information that you've actually shared. Very amazed to know that Government of India has been doing so much of stuff around science and technology, and how the Government of India is inviting all NRIs and other nationals as well to come and research here in India, and there are multiple incentive schemes that are also available for people who want to come and put their research here in India. Vajra, Vaibhav, two brilliant programs that the Government of India is running, and of course. Our diaspora can certainly kind of benefit from these programs here. One last question before we leave, sir. We've actually run out of time, but one quick last question. How people returning to India can help in these initiatives? So that's one of the questions that's come in. So if you could quickly kind of make a couple of points, and then we'll kind of close the session, sir.
I think there are two kind of people: those who are fully settled in a country other than homeland, and we are not expecting them to return, to be honest. So we are expecting them to keep contributing wherever they are, and find some time to work with Indian institutions. So these two schemes, what I mentioned, Vaibhav and Vajra, are for them. However, young people who have done their PhD, postdoc, and even have some experience, we have launched several fellowship schemes so that they could find immediate placement without waiting. And these schemes are offered by different agencies. So my department, Department of Science and Technology, offers two schemes. One is called Ramanuj Fellowship, one is called Inspire Fellowship. and Department of Biotechnology offers Ramalinga Swami Fellowships. So Ramanuj Fellowships and Ramalinga Swami Fellowship are 100% reserved for those fellows who are currently working abroad, and and what we are offering them is that when they come here, when they get these fellowships, we are offering them about little more than a lakh of rupees per month plus a research grant, and ask them to work in an institute of their choice. And idea is very simple. We are giving them 5 years, and most of the institute when they are recruiting, see, they take only half an hour interview. Now you are giving 5 year interview. So prove your worth in that period to your organization, and of course you are open to apply and appear for other organization as well. Inspire Fellowship is open, and they for our returning diaspora members, but that is open for Indian national also. And there we are looking for any meritorious candidate who have good credit to be placed immediately. And this is also for 5 years and roughly on similar lines, but it is mixed with our own people. But Ramanuj Fellowship and Ramanuja Swami Fellowship is 100% reserved, and we are looking for people to return in 30s or late 30s, even 40s. Uh, we are not expecting senior people to come back and settle back.
Absolutely. Great, sir. Fantastic. I'm sure we can go on and on this. We will come back to you, sir, for more information. There
Yeah,
are many other questions we would like to share with you, and then probably if you could answer them, we will send the answer back to the person who's asked the question.
sure.
Thank you indeed very much for being here, taking the time, and sharing your wealth of information and some amazing stuff Government of India is doing essentially for the NRIs and the Indian diaspora. We look forward to more such schemes and programs. So thank you so much indeed for being
Thank you.
here.
Thank you
Thank
so
you very
much.
much.
Bye.
Pleasure.